Most people think house prices are expensive, but the scary truth is, houses aren't just expensive anymore. They're becoming impossible. 20 years ago, an average person could work a normal job, save consistently, and eventually buy a home. Today, millions of people are asking the same question. Will I ever be able to afford one? And here's the crazy part. The reason house prices keep rising isn't what most people think. Some people blame investors, others blame governments, others blame rich people. But the real answer is much bigger than that. And once you understand it, you'll never look at the housing market the same way again. Hey mate, I'm Buck, and today we're breaking down exactly why houses keep getting more expensive and what it means for your financial future.
Let's get into it. Imagine two friends. Both start working at age 25. Both earn similar incomes. One buys a house early, the other decides to wait a few years. Sounds reasonable, right? But those few years can completely change their future. Because while they're waiting, house prices keep moving. And that's the first thing most people don't understand. Housing isn't like buying a phone or a TV. Technology usually gets cheaper. Housing often gets more expensive. Why? Because of one simple rule: supply and demand. When more people want homes than there are homes available, prices rise. It's that simple. Think about it. If 10 people are trying to buy one house, they start competing. One offers more. Then another offers even more. Suddenly, the price jumps far beyond what it was worth a few years ago. And this is happening in cities all around the world. But that's only the beginning. There's another reason prices keep rising: population growth. Every year, more people need places to live. More families, more workers, more students, more demand. Yet housing construction often struggles to keep up. Building homes takes time. Land is limited. Regulations can slow projects. Labour costs increase. Material costs increase. And before you know it, the number of buyers grows faster than the number of homes. Guess what happens next? Prices go up again. But here's where things become really interesting. Most people think they buy houses with money. In reality, most people buy houses with debt. Huge debt. Mortgages, loans, financing. And when interest rates are low, something powerful happens. People can suddenly borrow more money. If banks are willing to lend larger amounts, buyers can bid higher prices. The result? House prices rise. This happened in many countries for years. Cheap borrowing fueled massive housing booms. But wait, there's another hidden factor: inflation. Inflation affects everything: food, fuel, services, and yes, housing too. As the value of money decreases over time, the cost of assets often rises. Real estate is one of the biggest assets people own. That's why many investors see property as protection against inflation, which creates even more demand. And more demand usually means higher prices. Now, let's talk about something that rarely gets discussed: psychology. Because housing isn't just economics, it's emotion. People don't simply buy houses to live in. They buy security, status, stability, dreams. Think about it. How many people say, "I want my own place"? Not because it's the best investment, because it feels like success, because it feels safe. That emotional demand creates powerful buying pressure. And emotions can push prices higher than pure logic sometimes would. Now here's something even crazier. Many people who already own homes actually benefit when prices rise. Their net worth increases, their property becomes more valuable, which means rising prices often create even more confidence. People see neighbours making money, friends building wealth. Suddenly, everyone wants in. And that creates a cycle. More buyers, higher prices, more retention, even more buyers, higher prices again. But does this mean prices rise forever? Not necessarily. Housing markets can slow down. They can stagnate. Sometimes they even fall. But over long periods of time, housing has generally moved upward because of one reason. Land is finite. They can build more houses. They can't create endless amounts of prime land near jobs, schools, businesses, and major cities. That's why location matters so much. Now, here's the part most people don't expect. The real housing problem isn't usually house prices, it's income growth. Because if incomes were rising as fast as housing prices, many people wouldn't be worried. But in many places, housing has grown much faster than wages. That's why affordability becomes a problem. And that's why younger generations often feel frustrated. They're running the race, but the finish line keeps moving further away. So, what can you actually do about it? First, don't panic. Fear leads to bad financial decisions. Second, focus on increasing your income and investing skills. The more valuable you become financially, the more options you create. Third, remember that home ownership is only one path to wealth. Many people build significant wealth through ETFs, index funds, businesses, and long-term investing. A house is not the only way to succeed financially. And that's important to remember, because sometimes people spend so much energy chasing one goal that they ignore other opportunities sitting right in front of them. Now, let's bring everything together. Why do houses keep getting more expensive? Because more people want homes than there are homes available. Because populations grow. Because construction struggles to keep up. Because inflation pushes asset prices higher. Because cheap credit increases buying power. Because land is limited. And because human psychology fuels demand. It's not one reason, it's many reasons working together. And that's exactly why housing remains one of the most powerful financial forces in the world. The people who understand these forces don't just complain about rising prices. They adapt, they plan, they invest, they position themselves for the future. Because whether you buy a home, invest in the stock market, build a business, or do a combination of all three, the goal is the same. Build assets, build freedom, build options. And remember this, the people who create wealth aren't necessarily the ones who predict the future perfectly. They're the ones who understand how money moves and take action before everyone else. I'm Buck, and if you found this valuable, stick around, because understanding money today could completely change your future tomorrow.